Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you about 7 crystals you probably never even heard of. Yeah, these are crystals I've barely worked with myself in the way past, which I'm actually working with heavily right now, and these crystals are life-changing, and it really took the gift of claircognizance to unlock their abilities because the information is not out there. It's just not out there, and when you use these crystals, it's life-changing. It's literally crystals that people don't even think about, don't even know exist, are crystals that do the absolute most. Like things, they do magical things, like fully magical things. And when you guys wear them yourselves, you'll find out. But I'm going to use my arm as a reference point too. I'm going to look for the crystals I'm talking about because they're in there. Like they're in there. They're in there. The first, okay, let's talk about the first one. It's called Muscovite. I don't know what online says about Muscovite, but from what I've seen online, it's not helpful information. It's kind of fluffy. Fluffy as in there's just so much information. Like, I'm going to give you an example of fluff information. Oh, it's good for the mind, it's good for the body, it's good for the spirit, it's good for strength, it's good for luck and prosperity, and it's good for change, and it's good for good things, and it's good for positivity, it's good for blessings, it helps the mind achieve the body's soul, spirit, strength, connection, chakra, gateway, higher connections, lower connections, medium, strength, power, change, life, blessings. And you'll see these things online. Like someone typed this blog and they just got off. They meant to microdose mushrooms, but they took a little bit more than a microdose and they're just typing anything in there. I'm not making fun of people. I'm just saying exactly what's online. It's just someone who typed this information got into something like they really tapped into some kind of like psychedelic and then didn't really type anything. Like they had like it looked like an AI type generator. Just I don't know how these people are typing this information, but if you don't believe me, go Google Muscovite online and come back to this video. Like pause this video right now and come back and be like, oh, okay, and then listen to what I'm about to say. Okay, now I'm going to talk about Moldavite. Moldavite's the crystal of beauty. This crystal will have you feeling euphoric. This crystal will make you have different feelings about yourself that you haven't perceived, but you don't even know why. This crystal is literally just, it'll make you feel wonderful. It'll make you feel good. This crystal's of the heart chakra. This is just an absolutely healing crystal. It helps you get rid of feelings that have been blocking you that you don't know are there, and you don't even know they're there. Like this crystal will literally have you changing your mindset about yourself without even knowing you've changed your mindset about yourself. Like there will be certain habits that you do that will bother you on a daily basis, and this crystal Muscovite will literally eliminate those habits, and your life is a lot better because you didn't know that habit was there and Muscovite carved it out. So this Muscovite literally makes yourself your best friend because it makes you feel beautiful, and it makes what you do for yourself feel beautiful too. It's a very good self-love crystal. It's a very good empowerment crystal. It's just this crystal, it embodies just feeling good and feeling amazing. It's just, it'll have you feeling pretty. It'll have you feeling beautiful. This crystal will have you feeling pretty. But this crystal will just make you happy, and you won't even know why you're happy. You're just like, I feel good. Stoneman was right. He said use Muscovite, and I'm just like, I'm like a crazy person now because I feel so happy and I feel so good, and like it just helps you feel really good. It's just on a very subtle level, on a very subconscious level, it just makes you feel pretty in different ways. It helps you make the way just the most subconscious things. This crystal will attack and heal. It'll just be like, you didn't know about this, so I got rid of it. And there's another crystal in this video that I'm going to talk about that does just that as well, but in a very different way. So now I hope this crystal is very clear for you guys because it's very straightforward. This crystal makes you feel pretty. Like this will have you make you feel, this crystal will make you feel beautiful in different things, in different ways that you didn't really expect. Like let's just say you touch a door handle and you feel icky and you're just like, ugh, just touch that door handle, versus you touch it, you can clean it off later, you can wash your hands, versus you feeling icky all day. And you didn't really know why you were kind of feeling icky, but it just resolved little, just things that bother you, and it makes you feel pretty. Like, let's just say you saw one small thing on your face and it made your whole day feel whack. Well, this crystal literally helps heal just that. Now, let's just say you have a certain way that you talk and you really don't like the way you talk. This crystal will like just kind of override that and heal it past it and make you think more about the positive aspects of yourself, and it'll just have you loving yourself and feeling more pretty. And when you feel pretty, other people will perceive you as pretty. That's it. Because literally, we're all energy, And the energy we put out is the energy we're receiving. So the people who want to be perceived as like hard and mean, yeah, you're getting perceived as that, but it's also driving people off too. Okay? Don't know who needed to hear that, but the next crystal, serpentine. Serpentine's awesome. But how does this crystal work? Okay, now I would like you guys to let me look at my serpentine. I feel like Ben 10 over here, like scrolling to the serpentine. I have to scroll it for you guys to see as well, not just me. There's gonna be a lot more crystals coming up soon. Where's my serpentine? It's right there. Yay, there's a serpentine. It's a very high grade of serpentine, but serpentine. Ooh, I love me some serpentine. Let me talk about serpentine. And yeah, I'm excited about these crystals because these crystals are not talked about. I'm super excited. With serpentine, this crystal will literally have you turning into a snake, but not a bad snake. So, a good snake. So snakes are associated with in a good manner. So for example, if you see snake dreams with giant snakes, it means blessings and something very good coming. It means something being there to help you that's outside yourself. But if you're seeing small snakes, it's not good. It means someone's really trying to bite you in the back or like really backstab you. But when it comes to serpentine, this is the big snake. This crystal embodies snake and serpent energies and be like, I don't like snakes, But this crystal, and I'm not making fun of you guys. I don't know. Okay, there's certain people who will be like, and there's certain people like, oh, okay. Most of the people watching this video are the people who are like, oh, okay. Now, when it comes to serpentine, this crystal is really interesting. It helps you be a serpent into reaching your goals. So, let's just say there's a blockage in the way, and in order to resolve that blockage, you really had to fight it. Like, really had to sit down and fight this blockage and get rid of it just by fighting it. And it's like, you didn't have to really combat the blockage, but this crystal helps you go around it. Let's just say there's a brick wall. And you have the option of breaking the brick wall, down, or climbing it. This crystal will have you going around the brick wall, like saving a bunch of time, saving a bunch of energy, saving a bunch of just wasted energy. And for example, if there's someone at work causing you problems and you have to deal with this person this way, this crystal serpent-like energy will literally slither around that person. And for some reason, like, something just might happen where you don't have to deal with that coworker. And also, not something bad, just like maybe people forgot and like just like they don't have to deal with Francesca at work. I don't know who's, because I don't want to use names of people watching my video. Be like, he used my name. But Francesca at work is like being annoying, and you just like serpented around her. Like you just, this crystal will have people who are snakes not being able to backstab you too. Really cool. It's a protective crystal as well. They call it new jade. It's not really like jade at all. There's no energy about serpentine that's like jade. Jade is a dragon. Oh, you know what? Let me take that back. Jade is a dragon. It embodies dragon energy. Serpentine literally is a dragon with no arms, wings, or legs. So it literally slides. So I guess I can kind of see how it's called new jade now, because dragons in the past, I don't know, the snake in the Garden of Eden was reduced to having no arms, no legs, etc., etc. But you guys know what I'm talking about. But that's something for me to think about. But the next crystal, this crystal is really important. It's called diopside, specifically chrome diopside. This is the green ray. This crystal is the Green Lantern. What do I mean by that? This crystal opens just the pathways to being able to connect with Mother Nature in a different way. It literally is as if you put green goggles on and everything you see, everything you feel is just like the sounds of birds chirping will become more intense and more vibrant. Like foods will start appearing different to you. You'll start seeing past illusions. Because the diopside includes two, so because you can see it in two different ways in this crystal, both physical and spiritual. But this crystal, chrome diopside, is literally the green ray. It'll have you literally feeling green waves. So there's some arcane knowledge about there being different sectors of light, and so the angel that goes with this crystal is Archangel Raphael. This crystal is healing. extremely healing from anything from childhood trauma to trauma you're facing right now. But this crystal literally will demolish any blockages from you healing. It'll be almost intoxicating to some people. This is a really strong crystal for some people. Like, some people can't handle it. But I highly suggest that with this crystal, you channel its energies. And when you get chrome diopside from me, I'll teach you how to use it. I'll teach you how to channel the green ray. The next one is... Okay, here's my notes. Here's the next one. Where'd my note... Here we go. Azumar. Sorry for the long wait. My notes bounced around on my phone because I got excited. Azumar. This crystal will literally having you tap into the angelic realm in a very, very subtle way. So it'll have you going through like it'll have you passing mental spaces, mental gaps that help literally in your throat chakra, because when you connect to the angelic realm, your throat chakra must be clear. So anything that you haven't spoken that you've been wanting to speak that literally will block you off from being able to connect you to your angels, this crystal will help to release. This crystal heals both the heart and the throat chakra and the throat-heart chakra bridge. This crystal is really good for mending the subconscious on blockages that you didn't even know was there. This crystal kind of works like muscovite, because this crystal is Azumar is literally just it has a very alien-like energy. It has like an extraterrestrial kind of like, not like moldavite, but in a sense where it's just kind of like you're in the space of where extraterrestrials reside. Like that, the space between the heaven and the earth it just puts you in a very different space. It puts you up. It puts you just straight up, and it helps you resolve problems that have been really just in front of you that you haven't been taken care of. Azumar is it'll have you coming across some very, very strange alien-like thoughts, and you're just kind of like, why is this in my head? Because it's helping you connect to your higher dimensions and higher versions of yourself, but it's bringing about things that other things would people consider weird. It actually resolves. It helps cool it down. It helps just shake it out and sift it out, and just really helps you not feel like your spirituality is so mystical and mysterious to the point where you can't access it. It helps you communicate with your guides and takes away the foreignness of like, oh, well, my guardian angel is an angel. I bet I could never talk to him. I bet I could never talk to my guardian angel because he's just so out there, and it's just like, it's just energy is so high up. No, it helps take away the different subconscious blockages that help you really achieve being where you want to be in communication with your angels and your higher guides to really get to where you want to be. It's a very strange crystal. Its energies are alien-like. It's kind of like, it's almost like a spacey crystal, which is kind of interesting because before, when I got to the topic of Azumar, I kind of like spaced out on my notes. I'm like, where did my notes go? Like, it's kind of like if this crystal had an energy, if this crystal's energy was something to a soundtrack, it would be the Stranger Things soundtrack. If that helps some people like, oh, okay, I know what he's talking about now. Okay, cool. The next one, because these are some subconscious crystals, and these crystals, they better be working on your subconscious, because if they're not, then they're not crystals. But they're not, well, crystals all work on your subconscious, but differently. This is a third crystal that I'm going to be talking about that seriously works in the subconscious mind and really gets some things out that shouldn't really be there. It's called Morganite, and people are like, I've heard of Morganite. You said this video would be 7 random crystals that I've never even heard about. Well, with Morganite, this crystal, especially with love and self-love, but love in the context, not in comparison to muscovite, this is if you have nothing but bad relationships specifically. If you have nothing but bad patterns and you are someone who, you don't even know it. Let's just say you are a person who puts blame on everyone else but yourself, but that's the reason you can't get ahead in life. Like, that is just why you're failing at what you're failing at right now. This crystal will literally, just bring that to the surface, start healing it, and release it. This crystal is literally, it's fighting things that have been blocking you because you have been blocking you. This crystal has stopped things from blocking you that are not supposed to be there. Let's just say you go to the gym and you say you couldn't gain any muscle because there's so many people in this equipment, there's people talking to you, like there's just stuff around you. It was you. You could have said no. No, thank you. I don't want to talk right now. Hey, I'll talk to you after. But you were the problem. And I'm just using it as an example because I actually see people at the gym use it as an example. Like, Stoneman's calling me out. Like, But let's just use it. Let me use another example. Let's just say it's Thanksgiving and you're not supposed to be eating certain foods because you know that you can't eat. Let's just say you're addicted to something like me in the past. Because I used to like ice cream and I realized how bad it was for me and I carved it out and I'm not able to eat it anymore because I basically removed it from my diet for so long. I did so much detoxing. Now when I taste it, I'm like, it's good, but then it's not good very shortly after. But when it comes, and that's the process of spiritual elevation as well, you start being able to not consume food that you used to consume before. Let's just say, for example, and this, I'm just letting you guys know how Morganite works, because it solves very particular patterns that are really hurting you. Like, this is why you haven't grown. It's because you're blaming everything else on everyone but you. So let's just say it's Thanksgiving, and the one thing you're not allowed to have is ice cream, right? And let's just say Aunt Herkimer, I'm going to start using, Aunt Herkimer brings ice cream. And she brings so much ice cream, but it's all going to go to waste. And you're like, or it's just so much ice cream, and maybe it's not going to go to waste. Maybe it's just so much of it she can take it home if she wants. Just using this as an example. But the ice cream's so good, and there's so much of it. And you're like, oh, I didn't want it to go to waste. It was Thanksgiving, and it was her fault because she brought me ice cream. Like she knew I was not supposed to eat the ice cream, and she brought it anyway, and I had to eat the ice cream because she knew I knew it was good. And the point is, Morganite will have you, instead of her pointing the finger and pointing at everyone else like, oh, I can't find love because this person and this person usually, this is the type of person to come into my life, etc. No, you can't find love because you're looking too hard for love. Let's just say that's an example. Versus you're not letting love come to you. You're putting too much pressure on someone around you, and you're blaming them for being, etc. There's 100,000 different reasons. This crystal specifically is very good for people's love lives because it takes pressure out of a relationship that kills the relationship. Maybe some of you need that. Like people who are married for a very long time and they're like, well, this relationship, well, it's been going on for so long, but there's so many just negative things in the relationship, and both people in the relationship are pointing fingers at each other, etc. But when both people in the relationship wear this crystal will literally resolve that, because the way this crystal works, the way Morganite works, is that instead of her pointing the fingers at each other, on a very soft and loving level, it just says, hey, this crystal, like, you have been the problem. This is okay. Release it. Just don't repeat it again. Learn from your past actions, and you're going to see patterns literally pop up from your subconscious mind, and then you learn. Now, crystals like obsidian, for example, would be like, yeah! And actually, black hyperstein has to be one of the most confrontational crystals when it says, you're the problem! Because you'll wear it and you'll be like, ah! Versus obsidian will just amplify the problem and release the problem. Versus black hyperstein will show you the problem. And you're like, ah! And black hyperstein is probably a crystal people haven't heard of too. But the next crystal is a very simple crystal. Not many people are going to be able to get it because it's super, super rare, but it's worth talking about. It's called Simbricite. Simbricite is literally a crystal. It creates a vortex of energies in your life. It's literally... Let me show you guys my vortex. It's pretty much a vortex. My Simbricite's right here. Like, it looks like carnelian stone, man. Like, what's the difference? It's fossilized ammonite, pretty much. And ammonite holds the energies of otherworldly, just swirling change. Like, this crystal is literally a vacuum, a vortex. It literally pulls energies towards you that's supposed to be there in your life, and it just propels energies away from you. It's literally a tornado. It's an energetic tornado, not like Moldavite, because Moldavite's it's a tektite, so there's just like an explosion of energies. This is like, and you can even see that in ammonite shells. It's a swirl. It's like, and it's literally sending things out. Like, let's just say that cow didn't need to be in your tornado, and it's sending the cow flying. But the house down the street needed to be in your tornado, so it's sucking it into your tornado. What a wild example. For a real life example, let's just say this friend or this family member was blocking you from meeting people because of their opinions, right? Now, this crystal will literally, like, in a nice way, kind of like just have that, the family member being busy or working on themselves, and then it'll invite a whole bunch of people into your life. So it works like that kind of tornado, it just propels chains and whoosh, and it's just, it doesn't stop. Like, the tornado gets stronger and stronger the longer you wear or keep the Cimbricite around you. The next crystal is called Swamp Stone, and what's a swamp stone? It's a stone I made up because it's not a stone I made up. It's called Mirum Stone or Elephant Skin Jasper. It's pretty much a swamp stone. It's literally a fossilized swamp. The energies of this stone, let me show you my swamp stone because I'm going to be teaching about crystals directly off of me. Let's see if you guys can see that. There we go. It's very beautiful. You can see different fossilized algae. Let's see how much you guys can see in there. Let me show you my other one because the other one's really cool. They're all very different. Oh. Yeah, this is the one with Doodlebob in it. If you're not sure what Doodlebob is, go research Doodlebob. But it's like Mahoi Manoi. It's like, it just has really cool patterns in it. But the thing about, let me get this camera to focus back. The thing about Swamp Stone or Mirum Stone or Elephant Skin Ear Jasper is that this crystal is extremely powerful for just freezing certain energies. There we go. I'm back into the frame. I think the energies of the crystals were a little too much for the camera. I don't know what just happened. It does happen. Let me finish this video because this camera has not panned back yet. But with Swampstone, it literally freezes energies in time that you want to be frozen, and it helps you be in a good place by freezing things that are supposed to be around you to stay with you. And it literally just, it's kind of like these crystals kind of work the same. That's why I put them in this order, is because these crystals will work the same in different ways to help you resent. Can I get this thing to pan back? There we go. Okay. No, it didn't work. These crystals will work in different ways to achieve different outcomes. And these crystals, when they work together, they'll make each other's job much easier. So Swampstone, literally, it'll have you going into the past. It's good for past life regression. It's good for sifting out energies you really want in your life and sifting out energies you don't want. So it'll help you freeze things in time, just like the stone freezes things in time as well. It's good for harmony. It's good for manifestation. It's good for just... This is wild. I can't believe the camera did this. Oh, whatever. Doesn't really matter, but... Sorry for the people watching at home, but Swampstone's really cool. It's literally a fossilized swamp. It helps you elevate by putting things in the past that don't really belong with you and forcing things you don't want away. Kind of like the Cimbricite, but in a different way. It's more like a fossil energy. It's more like holding energy. It's more like, it's very good for stability and security and just, it's a good root chakra stone. It's a good solar plexus chakra stone. And it's good for the crown chakra too. It'll help you see images. It'll help you open your clairvoyance. It'll help you tap into past, it can help you tap into past lives. Not as good as Numite though, but Swampstone, aka Mirum Stone, or Elephant Skin Ear Jasper, which some of these crystals that people don't know about, they'll put 100,000 names on these crystals, and people will be like, well, there's too many names on this crystal, so I'm just not going to use it, etc. Well, this is one of the most beautiful crystals ever, and wait till it comes to my website, floridastoneman.com. But this crystal holds a bunch of mysteries as well. It can literally help you find out secrets. It can literally help you piece together secrets with your clairvoyance, which is really cool. It's good for going into the past. It's good for, you can put it against your mind's eye, and if you're looking for a truth, maybe you want to know what happened 10 years ago with this family member around you, but you never got to find out the truth. You hold it to your third eye, and you close your eyes, and you go back in time to wherever the event happened. Let's just say it happened at the mall. Like, what happened at the mall with my bag? And you put it to your forehead, you go back in time, and then the crystal will help you see the event that occurred with the help of your angelic guides. It's really cool. This crystal will help dig up information. Just like it's a fossil, so it's a fossilized swamp, so you'll help dig up some certain information, get some past. I'm not going to say dirt, because dirt's a bad example, even though there's fossilized dirt in it, but you don't want to get dirt. Don't be gossipy. Don't do that. It's not cool. I hope I made a whole video about gossiping and monitor spirits and trickster spirits, etc. But if you guys have any questions, ask in the comment section. Wish I could have got this camera to pan back correctly, but it didn't want to, so that's okay. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Check out my website, floridastoneman.com. I'll see you guys later. Ciao!